Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back once again to the channel. You know it is JJ with you once again. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and also, too, don't forget about the notification bell. Would be appreciated. Today, we're going to get into graphics card nightmares right here on the channel. So we're going to jump right into it and see what's going on in the deep blue market and see where graphics cards are landing this week. We hope that the prices are going to be coming down anytime soon because from what I hear that the tariffs are supposed to be on hold. So, but that all depends on the companies and when they take and put out their graphics cards and if they decide to have a heart to put them at the regular price other than putting them at 3 times the price. That goes for AMD and Nvidia, both. But they're not in control of the prices because they take the chips and they give it to the AIB partners. That's what puts them in control. And you got quite a few AIB partners, but if they don't put a clamp on the pricing, then we're going to be paying too much. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to blame AMD, and I'm not going to blame Nvidia for the pricing. Don't forget your drink and snacks, by the way. I can blame them for not putting a clamp on the AIB partners, but they don't have that right unless they sign a paper stating that they have to follow the rules when it comes to the pricing. Now, if they did and they don't, then we're going to have a little bit of an issue. But if it's not being enforced, then we're going to have another issue. So we're kind of weighing which way things are going. So let's go ahead and go to the action screen. I say the action screen because on my computer, I call it the action screen. That's where all the action happens. So let's go ahead and just get to it. What do you think? All right, we done gotten to it. We're right here on the desktop. DuckDuckGo. All right, we're here on DuckDuckGo. Let's go ahead and go to Amazon really quick. Let's go to Amazon. Okay, I'm not going to do anything different than I been doing in the past. So this way we can see what's going on. Go right here to the all button. Scroll down to where it says computers. Graphics card for gaming PCs. We're going to get back on track because I know how you guys like to see the graphics cards on the first tab. Okay, GT 730, $90. Really? No. Too much. $179, $180 for a 3056 gigabytes. Oh, it's an overclock model now. I mean, now we're getting fancy. We're getting fancy. $180 for an overclocked 6 gigabyte card. Oh, wow. You know what? It's time to start ripping people. When it comes to them overpricing from now on, I am going to start ripping them about the price. Not because of the amount of VRAM it has, it's because of the price. It's ridiculous. Look at this, 5070, $740. I don't think so. Don't think so. Too much. Too much. Why am I going to pay something close to, let's say, a 4070 Ti or a 5070 Ti? Why would I pay $740 for a 5070 that's close to a Ti? Oh my God, you got to be sick. Let's see, 6600. They want $240. Let me go back a few months ago. Oh yeah, it was about $180. That was reasonable. It's an 8 gigabyte card. Are you expecting it to crap gold? Are you really kidding me? This card is so old. You need to turn it down to at least $150 to $125. Seriously. This is ridiculous. I would never pay that. That's almost to the MSRP of a B580. Now, if they put out the MSRP of a B580 that's got 12 gigabytes of VRAM, this card wouldn't last. This card would stay stuck on the market for the next 4 years, not even being sold. I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay, 4060, $429.95. I can remember back, what is it, 5 months ago, the 7800 XT was at $429.99. Oh, wow, oh, 5 cents more. Guess what? It's definitely going to smoke out the 4068 gigabyte. Let's move on. 2060 Super 8 gigabyte 256-bit bus. Well, it's got GDR6, and you probably can do one thing to it. Add more RAM to it. VRAM, that is. Add another $100 to it. Be $340 having 16 gigabytes of RAM. So do you think that's worth it? This card from China that's been sold to this company for half price? They're charging double the price? Really? I don't think so. I already know their scheme. 5070, $715. Again, too much. 3060, $400. Too much. Too much. Look at this. 5080, 16 gigabytes, $1,600. The 4090 came out at, was it $1,599? I think it was $1,600. And guess what? It was a 4090. And it's definitely more powerful than a 5080 because it's got 24 gigabytes of VRAM. And this has got 16. Guys, AIB partners, grow up on the price. This isn't cutting it. This isn't cutting it. I don't care who the main manufacturer is. They should know that you're not doing a good job with this. Asus, you should know better. I have all Asus products here. Asus right here in the background. Well, you can't see it. I done took out the background. But I got an Asus graphics card. I got an Asus motherboard. I got two Asus motherboards. I got two Asus graphics cards. Whatever. Moving on. 7700 XT. $530. Same price as a 4070. Oh my God. And that's the well, right about now, it would be the overclock model. So that's like outrageous. $80 for a 4 gigabyte card. Those 4 gigabyte cards should be all the way down to $10. And if you got 1 gigabyte cards, these should only be $1. So, I mean, 4 gigabytes, I would make it $4, truthfully. 5070 Ti. That's way too much. That'll be about close to the cost of my whole system. I wouldn't even worry about that. 3060, 12 gigabytes. Still, again, it's approaching the $400 range. These cards, these older cards, should be going down in price, not up. Okay, this is where everybody's missing the ball. You've already made your money, and now you're trying to take and squander more money and bleed the consumer to death. And that's ridiculous. I don't care what you all think of me or anything else anymore. I'm going to tell you like this. I am tired of seeing this crap. 5700X, $210. This card should already be down to $100. All everybody does is look at the frickin' benchmarks, but they don't get the point. The benchmarks change every time they upgrade the software. They change every time they upgrade the software. So them benchmarks don't mean dick. Moving on. This 5700 doesn't mean dick. Because it's $200. It's faster than the 6600. Why would you put it like AAA gaming? Look, who are you trying to screw? That, I'm going to tell you right there, Cheerio. You're screwing somebody by telling them it's 4.0 AAA PC gaming, whatever. No, I don't think so. It's far from it. It's far from it. Maybe back in the day on older games, but these brand new games, this don't mean nothing. I'm just going to get to the point of telling you the truth. 3060, again, I'm moving on from it. It's not worth it. 5080. It's got 2048 processors, streaming processors, SP streaming processors. 256-bit bus, PCIe 3.0, $95. Unbelievable. 5070, they finally put something close to MSRP, but about $10 more. That's only $10 more, so that's not too bad. $10 more. So, moving on. 5080, you'd never buy it. Anything over $600, I'd never buy. And there's a reason why I would never buy anything over $600. Because the little guy that can't afford anything over $600 can't really even afford anything over $300. So we got to show them what they can get for the best bang for their buck. And you know what? A 3060 12 gigabyte is not even near best bang for your buck. It is if you're trying to get by, but that's pretty much all you're going to get out of it is getting by. Well, it's not that bad, guys. But the price needs to come down $100 to make it appetizing. It's still too high. I mean, this should not even go over $350, really. Let's see. $44. 2 gigabyte card for $44. $45, that is. And that's a gigabyte. It's got DDR3 SD RAM. Yeah. There goes the VRAM. Now you got SD RAM. 4060, $440. No. Now they got a 7600 Steel Legend for $300. No. I'll explain why in a minute. I'll explain to you why in a minute. 3070, 8 gigabytes, $450. That's approaching a 4070. I mean, 5500, GT610, you got a 3050, which I'd never touch, because it's got a 96-bit bus, and it does me no justice. So, now we're done with Amazon. Let's flip over. And before we flip over really quick, I want to explain to you the reason why I'm coming out like this today. One, I can tell you Amazon's not selling everything as correct to the price it should be. They're overcharging prices, and it's become ridiculous, to the consumer. And I've been getting a lot of consumer complaints. They've been emailing me. Been getting a lot of complaints. I'm not going to, because of privacy reasons, I'm not going to show you guys the emails because they already said don't show the emails. They don't want any mentions about it on the channel. I said fine. But I am going to bring up the fact of that they've been complaining about the pricing. Amazon's just been hammering the pricing right and left ever since December of last year. This was all planned by these companies. And you know what? I understand that, the tariffs are out there, but I'm going to tell you, not when they've been sitting still, and they're going to be sitting still for 90 days. We're not through the 90 days yet. Whatever China does, that's their problem, not mine. But there are some other places that do ship to the United States when it comes to PC parts. And as far as I know, PC parts were exempted. Unless you guys know something different than I do, all I know right now is what I heard the last time. PC parts and PC pre-builds are exempt for the time being. So if these retailers are going to screw you, then the retailers are being screwed by the AIB partners or the builders for the pre-builds. They need to get on them and say, look, you guys need to lower the prices. You need to tell those other companies to start lowering their prices because this is ridiculous. This is where, if they don't want to play ball and you're in business, then you take your ball somewhere else and go, generate business from somebody else. Don't play the game of sitting in their court and they're turning around and they're just sucking you dry. And then the retailers cry, well, they don't have any money. They can't sell it for this price. Now they have to sell it for this price. No, put a clamp down. If these AIB partners or distributors, you know, small manufacturers don't play ball, then take your ball somewhere else where they're going to, give you a deal on this product so you can cut your customers a deal so they can stop bleeding the customers. You guys are just bleeding the customers. You think by swallowing up all that extra revenue, you're doing something for the consumer. You're doing nothing for the consumer when you do that. You're just taking your whatever you can get and just bleeding the consumer dry. And the consumer spends close to $7,000 a year in commodities, minimal. So when it comes to that, and I'm talking about the lower side, the 60%ers that are out there with the PC parts. Okay, from what I heard was 60% buy lower end graphic devices for your PC. When it comes, they play 1080p, number one. You got 60%, everybody in the world plays 1080p, and I wish that the other reviewers would get their head out their ass and understand that's the truth. Now, you got 40% that play 1440p. Was it 40%? No, it wasn't 40%. My bad. 20%. 60% at 1080p, 20% at 1440p. Is that right? No, that's not right. No, that's not right at all. 60% 1080p, 35% 1440p, and 5% 4K. So, math has already been looked up and already done. So that's what's on the market today. 60% play 1080p. 8 gigabyte of VRAM graphics cards are still relevant for the time being, until that number starts squeezing down to at least about 10 to 20%. 1080p is still relevant, so is 8 gigabyte graphics cards. Hey, if you want to play a game, play it at 1080p. You got dynamic screen resolution. You can use that to bring your 1080p screen up to 1440p like I do. I'm at 1080p. I'm not crying about it. No, but it seems like everybody else is like, oh my God, if it's not 4K, it's not nothing. You know what? You keep that mindset. There are better ways to fine-tune 1080p and make it run and look 100% better than you think. There's many ways. I know, I've already looked it all up. So, guys, it's not hard. Okay, moving on. We're just going to go to Newegg today. I'm going to skip Micro Center. Because not everybody can get to Micro Center. So I'm going to go ahead and do Newegg for today. And we're just doing Amazon. So Newegg. So let's put graphics cards in. Let's see what's going on. What's that top page for Newegg? $824, 5070 Ti, too much. $330 for a 4060. Reasonable. Not great, but reasonable. See, a RX 550, 4 gigabyte, $69, unreasonable. 4060 Ti, 16 gigabyte, $679. Dude. And it's direct from Yeston, too. It's direct. So, direct from the company, that makes it more expensive? Yeston, come on. Grow up. This is too much. If it's direct from your company, that's direct. This is right here. This right here is a direct result. of what I'm talking about. Right here. Right here. That's a direct result of what I'm talking about right here. Right from the company. So, right from the card manufacturer. $8.99. Let's see, 5060 Ti. What am I missing here? Is there like something missing here? Something? 5070 Ti, 16 gigabyte. That's $8.99. Okay, so the 5060 Ti, 16 gigabytes, $500. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, I hope you guys like my background. I changed my background. I'm starting to become a big guy now, and I learned how to do that. Finally, I was able to do it with a little bit of NVIDIA help on their NVIDIA broadcaster. So yeah, NVIDIA got a little bit of help. So, and no, they didn't pay for it neither. It's free. Oh my God. 3060, 329, reasonable. 5090, huh. $2,920. You know, I can buy a whole PC with the 5070 Ti, 16 gigabytes, for less, $200 less than this. $200 less than this. And plus, it's out of stock, by the way. So, let's see. 1660, no. 5060 Ti, $550. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. These prices are just insane. Too much. Oh my God. 7900 XT. Now, man, they were banging at the prices they were back then. 5090 is outrageously priced. I would never buy that shit card anyway. Sorry, NVIDIA, I would not buy it for the simple fact if you can't get it to stop burning up, or you can't get the software to run right, I would never go for a 50 series. I don't care what kind it is or what price you put it at. Some people got some of the luck, but some people got none of the luck. And that's the way I look at it. And when they got none of the luck, that means I got none of the luck. And the reason why is because your prices are just too high for the consumer to afford. Look at this. And you get a game with it. Probably a $60 or $70 game. 7900 XTX. Well, $929. But it's in the United States, so you could buy it. Let's see. A B580, 12 gigabytes. And guess what? $330. Well worth it. At this point, well worth it. Especially with it being faster than the 3060. So, but, ooh, they have this one here for less price. Let's do a little math while we're here, guys. I know you guys love the calculator and all that, so what we'll do is, since you love the calculator so much, is that we got this Peldon Gaming RTX 3060 12 gigabyte, and we got this Oxy Lumini Arc B580 12 gigabyte, both 12 gigabyte. One's at 294 and one's at 330. So we go 330. We minus it from the 294. We go 294. $36 difference. $36 difference. So now we see a $36 difference. Let's go look up the B580. B580 specs. So we go to the ARC B580. We'll go to the relative chart, and we'll see where the 3060 sits. The TI sits 1% ahead. So, what's that telling me? Where's the 3060? Where's the 3060? Where's the 3060? 2070, 2080, 4060, 6650, 770, 1080. Right here. So going backwards, we'll look this up again. For $36, the B580 is well priced, better for $36. Keep that in mind, $36. So we do 100% and we minus it from 79%. So you're telling me that the B580 is 21% faster for what, 30 some dollars more? So you get 21% more speed for 30 some dollars? Are you kidding me? Really? For $294? That right there is a steal. That's a steal, guys. It's on Newegg, by the way. You can look it up. So, moving on down. Well, you know what? I'll make sure that I clip that one right there for you guys. And I'll see if I can clip this and put it in the description so you can see it if you want to buy it. I'll see if I can do it. I don't think I can do that because I know how YouTube is, but they're a bunch of buttheads. But even if you go on Newegg and you type in graphics cards, you should be able to come up to this spot. So, moving on, guys. We only got so many minutes left. You got a B570, 279, not bad. I'm just bypassing these out-of-stock cards. 4060 Ti, too much. Let's see, we got a 9070 XT, out of stock. No sense of talking about it. And we got a 4090, almost $3,760, still up for sale. I wonder why. Let's see, 3050, not worth it. Okay, let's go back to the main screen, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Guys, I'm not going to have long final thoughts. I'm going to tell you everything right now. There's only one thing that I've seen out of this whole thing, and that was the B580 for the price it was at. And if I remember what the price was, I kind of don't remember what the price was. I think it was like $294. Yeah, it was only $294. $36 difference between... No, it was $330. My bad. The B580 was $330 compared to the 3060 at $294. But you still got over 21% more performance with the B580 over the 3060. So for the 30 some dollars, it's well worth the price. Just saying. So if you're thinking about getting it, it's on Newegg, so make sure you check it out. That's the only thing that I've seen this week on Graphics Card Nightmares that was actually worth something. So anyway, since we made it to the end of the video, if it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Until the next time, in the next video, you know what it is, and we'll see you on the next one. Saturday. Don't forget it.